first. What gun control measures do you support?
We have a lot of laws in the books already in the state of California. There are currently 20,000 felons who have illegal firearms. I think we need to start there. We don't need to take guns out of law-abiding citizens' hands. We are a pro-Second Amendment family. We hunt, we kill what we eat. So we are very pro-Second Amendment, and the laws are there. We just need to implement them.
Thank you. Patrick?
So I have 40 years of experience in this area, and I can tell you we have far too many more laws than we need, and they're not effective. The crime is continuing. I'll say it this way. We do not have a gun problem in America. We have a violent crime problem in America. And the more we want to try to attack the gun, these problems will continue. You can take all the guns away. This criminal behavior will continue, and it'll get more aggressive because you're not dealing with the core issues of crime. Lack of parenting, violence in movies, violence in video games, the education system. It's a lack of a societal, it's a breakdown of our morals. It's not a gun issue. It's simply not a gun issue, and I have a vast amount of experience in this, and I'm going to work hard in Sacramento to try to teach my colleagues that there are some sensible things. I believe in background checks, but we have more laws in California than almost all the other states put together. It doesn't work. And we just need to work on real crime issues.
Thank you. Joe?
I don't think the audience is going to like this, but gun control means using both hands. There are no laws that are going to stop someone from using a tool to murder somebody. We don't have the violence epidemic that everybody thinks we do. The perception is too high. Pew's already done research on this, and they've proven, not just with the FBI crime statistics, but with their own studies, that people's perception of crime is far greater than the reality. Violent crime has decreased steadily for decades. It doesn't matter if you have all the rifles, all the shotguns, of all types, models, calibers, anything else. Hands and feet kill more people annually than all of those scary guns combined. The Second Amendment says the right of the people shall not be infringed. Not the right of the state, not the right of the militia. It's a prohibition on government. It doesn't give us permission to do anything. If anything, the government doesn't have any authority over it. And honestly, all these laws are unconstitutional, and I have no problem standing up against them.
Thank you. Lane?
Was this gun laws that I would support? Was that the question?
What gun control measures do you support?
I am very pro-Second Amendment. However, personally, I am completely comfortable with the idea of having to wait 2 to 3 weeks to make sure that responsible gun owners are getting the firearms. I also am very pro for getting illegal firearms off the market. I also think we need to start holding individuals more accountable for the actions of others. As a responsible gun owner, you need to make sure that you are holding your gun in a safe location. If another individual accesses that firearm, then you are responsible for some of the devastation that they cause, and you should be held more accountable. I'm disappointed with the lack of accountability when we hear of these mass shootings and school shootings of individuals getting firearms from their parents, and their parents just leaving the guns unexposed. That is not responsible gun ownership. And gun ownership, you need to be responsible.
Thank you. Elizabeth?
Thank you. As the only Democrat up here, I'm sure some of you will be shocked to hear that I am not opposed to the Second Amendment. We live in a rural community. We do a lot of hunting. We have animals that are vulnerable out in the wild. And so it's really important that those rights be maintained. The kind of gun control measures that I would be in support of is we need to look much more closely at those weapons that are created to kill people. Weapons that have magazines that are in excess of what we allow for going hunting, for shooting wild waterfowl. So I think we need to think harder about sort of the scale of what guns are out there, what do we actually need, what is the history of the allowance here in the United States, and not walking on the rights of those who have that as a cultural norm, certainly, and the norms that are here in the state and important for our rural communities.
Thank you.